Ginebra versus Rain or Shine. This is a must-win game para sa Barangay to secure a quarter-final spot. Ang laro na to nagsimula ng alas 12 ng madaling araw. So ako na ang magpupuyat para sa inyong lahat. Sa video na to pag-usapan natin anong nangyari sa game, mga notes and mga factors to, pay attention to, and mga bagay na dapat pansinin natin to help us, understand kung papalag ba tong Ginebra na to down the line. So, compared to their two previous games, medyo mabagal or let's just say na medyo nasa moderate tempo ang offense ng Ginebra dito against Rain or Shine. I think I know why. Rain or Shine kasi ang game plan niyan ay to speed things up, get as many possessions as they can. Tapos since 10 deep sila, kahit na injury-riddled tong team na to, puro mga quality players kasi sila. Hindi sila like Converge na merong 5 na magaling tapos walang bench. Yung Rain or Shine meron silang 10 na very solid, almost all-star level. Pero kasi pag pinagsama-sama mo yung 10 na yun, di ba? Very deep and very quality team. Considering na ang bilis din ang pace nila. So, yun nga, since 10 deep ang Rain or Shine, afford nila mag-switch players constantly, keep them fresh. So, maybe sa game na to, ang game plan talaga ng Ginebra ay medyo bagalan ng pace to contain that. Dito, to open the game, Ginebra set Jeremiah Gray up for a solid mid-range step-back jumper of the triangle offense. Like I've mentioned kanina, mas half-court oriented ang offense ng Ginebra ng first half. Mas nakakaset kasi yung defense nila against Rain or Shine kapag nag-early attack ang Rain or Shine. Kasi kapag half-court oriented offense ka, then nakashoot ka ng basket, you have the time to get back on defense and set your defense up. And that counters Rain or Shine's attack. Pero kahit na moderate pace, andun pa rin yung assertiveness to look for their shot, kagaya last game. Hindi na sila sobrang OA na magpasahan. Dito ngayon, kapag meron silang open, tira agad sila. They willingly take their shots. And then rotation-wise naman, it was good na nakita ulit natin ang maaga sa laro. Sina Jason David, Ralph Koo, and Sonny Estile. Yes, come playoff time, iiksi ulit yung rotations kasi team cone is team cone. Pero, di ba, seeing these guys na naglalaro, baka pwede sila maging option for Ginebra na parang plug and play na mga role players kapag kailanganin. Kumbaga sa toolbox nila, meron kang screwdriver, etc. Diba? Kung wari, defense, kailangan mo, meron kang Jason David. Shooting, Ralph Koo. Length, Estile. So may ganong klaseng options. Just in case lang naman. Pero defensively, I think what's missing for Ginebra ay yung rim protection nila. Before kasi, they had a younger Japet Aguilar sa help side. Tapos medyo nagkaedad si Japet, naging JB Malonzo yon. Pero ngayon parang grabe yung pressure sa point of attack defense ng Ginebra na sobrang nire-require na maging on point yung help side and yung tags nila. Kasi essentially kapag na-beat sila on ball, yung perimeter defenders nila, ulam na yung bigs. And parang libreng paint touch na yun sa kalaban. That's why we are seeing, players like Jason David play a little bit more. Kasi kahit na impressive si Jeremiah Gray offensively, hindi pa niya napapakita na kaya niya magstay in front of his defenders all throughout the conference. Same kay RJ Abarientos, pero kasi si RJ na-offset ng offense niya. Kaya grabe rin yung pressure sa guards ng Ginebra to contain the ball handlers ng kalaban. And speaking of help defense, dito solid screen mula kay Gabe Norwood. So si Torres, he had to show sa ball handler and overextend to buy Scotty time na makarecover sa tao niya kasi naipit siya sa screen. Pero ibig sabihin din kasi nun na merong split second na wide open si Gabe Norwood sa pick and pop. And sa punto na to ng game, sunod-sunod na yung 3 points ng Rain or Shine. Another one here. Diba, blow by galing sa pick and roll, paint touch mula sa Rain or Shine. Kaya nag-drop yung corners ng Ginebra para i-contain yung drive kasi that's the higher percentage shot. And then merong miscommunication sa pag-split ng side na yon. So ang nangyari, wide open si Kaylan Chongson, another 3-pointer para sa Rain or Shine. So ayun, defensively ang laki ng pressure sa guards ng Ginebra or sa perimeter defenders nila to contain yung point of attack. And hindi payagan yung mga kalaban to get easy blow-bys or drives right at the middle of their defense. Kasi medyo ulam sila in terms of their rim protection. Pagdating ng third quarter, marami akong katanungan. Maaga nung third quarter kasi Ginebra immediately panic subbed and brought Jason David in for quote-unquote defensive purposes. Pero Rain or Shine still scored pa rin naman. Kahit na si David yung nasa loob, nakascore pa rin naman si Mamu. Pero offensively kasi ang laking deep to go from a guy like Maya Gray to Jason David. Pero I'm not complaining. At least ginagamit si Jason David. Pero ang naging resulta kasi ng pagiging defensive oriented nila nung quarter na yon. 16-point quarter lang ang pinroduce ng Ginebra. And I think hindi defense ang problema kasi hindi ka makascore Diba? What do you mean 16-point quarter lang sila sa ganitong klaseng lineup na meron sila? Tapos late in the third quarter, pinasok si Nards Pinto for what? Diba? Defense? Hindi nga makascore 16 points lang Tapos magpapasok ng player ng average. 1.5 points per game lang. Parang, for me, merong conflict kasi between the team or their lineup being consisted of offensive players pero tinatry maging defensive team kahit na may pagka-overrated silang defensive team. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Pagdating ng fourth quarter, ito na. Ginebra finally stepped on the gas kasi yung third quarter talaga non-existent offense. Itong fourth quarter kabaliktaran. Sa play na to, another quick attack from Ginebra. So, sa first 6 minutes ng fourth quarter na to, in-outscore nila Rain or Shine 16-8, diba? Kaya naman talaga nila Yung 16 points nila noong third quarter, 6 minutes lang nila in-score simula nung fourth quarter. Kasi kaya naman talaga nila umiscore kung gugustuhin nila. That's not, entirely their defense ang may kulang. Lackluster siya, yes, pero it's really Ginebra not scoring enough or not having a lot of players inside the court who contributes offensively. Pero sa fourth quarter dito, diba, they did. It was a 37-23 quarter advantage for Ginebra. Diba, 23-point quarter pa rin naman for Ross. Average scoring production for a PBA team. Pero 37 in score ng Ginebra. And the player na uminit nung fourth quarter para sa Ginebra ay si RJ Abarientos who willed his team back from the dead. Dito, the fact na hinahanap nila si Japet sa ilalim ng half court means wala na, stalled na yung offense. Wala nang pag-asa. Pero, pagbalik kay RJ, hindi na nag-hesitate si RJ, quick scope 3-pointer. And I have been preaching about offense all game. Pero pagdating ng crunch time, dito, kailangan mo na talaga ng stops. Kapag dito, I understand if i-prioritize ang defense. Kasi kailangan mo talagang kumuha ng stops. Dito sa play na to, nag-switch si Troy kay Nokum and I don't know anong ginagawa ni Japet not helping off Gabe Norwood. I understand, kanina nakashoot ng 3 si Norwood, pero, diba, and strong side, you don't help sa strong side, one pass away, pero that's Gabe Norwood. Pero again, ang logic, you make a defensive mistake, bawiin sa offense. Ganun kasimple. Kahit anong kapino kasi ng defense, magkakamali talaga yan. Makakascore at makakascore. Iba na talaga ang level ng offense these days. And if you're not scoring, you're basically digging your own grave. Pero nung fourth quarter, yes, may defensive mistakes yung Ginebra, pero nakakascore din kasi sila. Binabawi nila sa offense. And dito ulit, defensively, Japet respecting Gabe's shooting too much, tapos susundot sa ilalim, foul counted. Pero, RJ, in-offset niya agad. Steal, fast break, tapos 3-point play. Yung scoring ng Ginebra, bini-bail out yung overrated nilang depensa na reliant lang naman sa mabagal na pace. Kaya mababa yung mga score. Sa play na to, Stephen Holt got into the paint. He missed it. Yung bola bumagsak kay Japet. And kapag crunch time, si Scottie Thompson pumukol ng left corner 3, halos automatic na yon. Sa buong buhay ko, parang never ko nakita si Scottie sumablay ng clutch 3-pointer sa spot na yan. And dito sa game na to, yung 3-pointer na yan gave them the lead late in the fourth quarter. And finally, Japet Aguilar stopped respecting Gabe Norwood's shot and switched to Nokum sa pick and roll. Great contest at the rim dahil doon na-bother yung tira ni Nokum, a very good penetrator. And Ginebra, panalo 102-100. And itong panalo na to gave me confidence sa team na to na baka kaya nilang talunin ng Rain or Shine ng back-to-back games sa quarters kung sila yung magkatapat. Oo, it would be difficult, magiging mahirap kagaya ng game na to, pero hindi siya imposible.